Today's episode of Johnny Vlogs brought to you by new Patreon supporter, Green Bean Sprout. I guess the funny names are going to keep on coming. As long as you keep them clean, I'll keep reading them. Thank you so much for the support. On top of that, we had William Fuller, who did something really, really cool. He upped his contribution specifically for the month, and then he's going to put it back down to what it usually was. But I just think that is really, really nice of him. So I wanted to give a shout out. Thank you so much, William. I truly, truly appreciate that. Also, Lisa Trump is back. Thank you, Lisa. So good to see you on the Patreon list. And Lois J. Oba also joining the Patreon support group, as well as Christine Peterson, hope I'm saying that right, who actually upped her pledge. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart. So today's episode, what are we going to talk about? I've seen some interesting videos and articles lately about a supposed alien hand that was found in Peru. Now, from what I'm seeing, this was actually found over a year ago, sometime in January of 2016, but it seems like there's a lot of buzz that has been happening just at the start of this year about it. One of the curious things about it are it only has 3 fingers, and the fingers have, typically a human hand has 3 bones in the fingertip. This one has 6 in 2 of the fingertips, and it looks like 5 in the other one. So it is certainly interesting to look at. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of the palm section. It looks like the sample is not quite complete. With my mind, of course, I start wondering about that aspect of the story. How was this thing found? I mean, did they just find a hand in a cave somewhere? What is this? The story goes that I've heard it kind of 2 different ways. Either there was a rock or there was some kind of door into a cavern. They got through that and they went into this cavern and they found what is described as the alien hand, a skull that they say is of a much smaller alien. Quite honestly, the pictures of the skull to me look like it's just a rock that has been formed into a carving of a head almost, or something like that. And then they say there's also a smaller body that's been discovered. Now, there is a YouTube video, I'll have a link to it in the description box below, where there is someone showing the hand, showing what's assumed to be an infant skull, and then he's showing this little thing that I think is a sculpture. I really hope they're not trying to say that is the actual third body, but it's really, really strange. The video, I got to be honest with you guys, it looks a little cheesy to me, but apparently they have done at least an x-ray of the alien hand. It does look like it's biological material. It does look like there's real bones in there. If you look at the skin of it, it does look like there are indeed fingernails at each of those tips. But when I look at the x-ray in particular, I have some issues with it. If you look at the x-ray and then look at where the fingertips are, you can see how those bones really fit into each other really nicely. If you look at the sections right between the bones, you can see that they are made to fit together. Now, once you get below that 3rd digit, I guess we'll say, it looks to me that fitting just isn't all that solid. It kind of looks like someone has jammed bones in there. Maybe bones from other fingers or something like that. I'm almost wondering if this was some type of sideshow type thing. Hundreds of years ago, they did really weird things for like circus sideshows where they would take a fish and they'd take a monkey head and they would like plaster the 2 together and then say, hey, come see the monkey-headed fish. There's something about this. I know. Monkey-headed fish. Who knew today's vlog was going to go this way? There's something about this that has that kind of feel to me. It looks to me like this might have been man-made. Like perhaps they are biological. Maybe when they run DNA tests on it, they are going to even see that it is indeed human. Maybe I don't know if the skin is really going to be testable after this amount of time. I'm pretty sure some of the bone they should be able to get something in terms of DNA out of. But I don't know, guys. I'm not feeling real strong about this. There's articles kind of on both sides of the fence. The person that found it, I guess he's kind of a tour guide, and he's been known to kind of raised these things before that he professes are alien, and they're not quite living up to that expectation. So I'm really unsure about it, but I just wanted to run it by you guys because it is kind of kicking around right now. I'll include a few articles in the description box below as well, so you can look into those. What I'm most curious about is we're now well over a year past when this discovery was made, and it doesn't appear that they have results from the DNA test yet. From what I can see, there's some mention that they had sent it back to, they said, to America. So I'm assuming that they mean the United States, but I'm not totally positive. For DNA tests, those tests, I don't think take that long. So I don't know why we're over a year now and they don't have any further update on that. Outside of that, the video where the person is kind of showing it to us, the way the video is put together just kind of gets me in the wrong place a few times. It's strange to me that he puts on latex gloves when he's handling it, and he's literally talking about that it looks like there's clay on the outside of this hand, and he's rubbing pieces of the clay off. I don't think that you would want to do that with something that was so precious, but he is doing it. He's wearing highly unscientific headwear. He's just got this kind of fuzzy beanie on, which even that, I'm like, I wouldn't want things, falling off my fuzzy beanie and getting, mixed up with this awesome specimen. And he keeps promoting his Gmail address, which I find super, super weird. But take a look at it for yourself. Let me know what you think. And I don't know, maybe you'll see something in it that I don't. Thank you so much for joining me here on today's episode. I hope each of you has a great day, and I'll catch you back here on the Lord and Arch channel, where my cat likes to shake the tripod. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time.